were saying that you feel there's a lot has been kind of resolved or come to a new healing space with your mother, but now there's some stuff coming up with your father.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
And if you could give me a few words to describe the dynamic between the two of you.
It's distant, but loving,
Mm-hmm.
also strained and codependent, I think, coming from his side. There's a lot of, well, codependency is both of us, right? But I think there's a lot of, with both of my parents in the dynamic, I've been more of the parent and they've been more of the children, right? And I think that there's a lot of baggage there from previous lifetimes. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with in this lifetime of really being more of the parent for them. And I'm at a point where I no longer want to be, or I need a few more tools to kind of
Mm.
move myself along from being that.
To continue to help you set those boundaries and realize when you're acting out of responsibility or guilt and when you're acting in what really feels compatible and healthy for you.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And as we've touched on too, especially as you're coming up to this very big life experience, getting married in what, like days at this point
And a
now,
few weeks.
right? In
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
few weeks.
Yeah.
It's, it's such a powerful time to be doing this work because it's a really big ritual, right? And traditionally, you were given away by your parents, which we know is so ridiculous. Like, we're not responsible for you anymore. Like, now he's responsible for you. But now it's really and I don't know if we've talked about this before, but we don't really have any rituals, and getting married, like, is the ritual of kind of closing the door on childhood and coming into an adulthood. Not that everybody needs to get married to do that, but for, it can feel like that because most of us don't have those markers along the way.
Right.
Um, okay. Anything else you'd like to share?
Um, nothing really specific.
Okay.
Nothing specific.
Okay. And are your parents together?
No,
They
they're
live,
divorced. Yeah.
they're divorced. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to say our blessing. We are so grateful to come into this sacred space for the highest intention of healing for ourselves and the collective. We are so eager to receive the messages of our guides, angels, ancestors, any celestial or magical friends who want to come through. We are so immensely grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And have we done any like Akashic work in your relationship with your father?
Not really. No.
No, not really. Okay, good. So there's a download coming through. And who would you say you're closer to, your mother or your father?
I think I'm closer. I think I'm closer to my mother, but my father is more of an unconditional loving person. I haven't been able to be close to him because of the issues he has. He also deals with, he was an alcoholic, he's now sober. So because of that, there's been a wall there that, I can't really, or as a child, I couldn't really get too close.
Mm-hmm. 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 And did you ever go to Al-Anon?
I did. I did go to Al-Anon. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
for a few years in my 20s. Yeah.
Okay. So you have an understanding that his brain works differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So there is a download coming through past life and earth life. 1, 2, 3. I'm seeing 350, like in the year 350-ish. And you were a woman at this time. I am hearing Rome. Although this would have been really at the, end of the Roman Empire. So things were really kind of falling apart, but you weren't involved in politics or I don't even see you in an urban setting. They're just giving us some context. And your father in this lifetime was your father in that lifetime. And he was very ill. He was just kind of always sick. Seemed like he was always suffering. And you sacrificed a lot to take care of him. I'm not seeing a mother figure for you. What's coming through is that your mother had died in that lifetime and he had like never recovered from it. Like never recovered from it. And you were maybe 3 or 4 when your mother died, and you very quickly were like, okay, like I have to grow up and I have to take care of him. And people would kind of ask you if you were going to get married, and you just, as the time we're dropping in, you were maybe 20 or 21. So kind of old at that time not to be married, but you were like, I can't even think about it. I can't even think about it. Like I have to be here for my father. I have no time for my own happiness is what's coming through. This was not your first lifetime together. But and was it your first time? And it wasn't even your first lifetime on Earth, but this is where some of the deepest feelings of responsibility and codependency come from. And so we are surrounding this aspect of our soul with angels as we are surrounding you with angels. We are going back to this time and allowing it to be rewritten. Like we are allowing you to see, oh, wait a minute. There are other solutions that we are going to find here to make sure that he's taken care of. And I also understand that if he were more in alignment, he would want me to be finding solutions so that his needs could be met and I could also have the life that I really want to have. But it also brought up some fear around pursuing your own happiness. I don't know what I want. And it's right. It's so much easier when you have someone to take care of and then you don't have to deal with your own stuff. Right. So some of that is coming up too, that we are just whatever we are ready to release, we are allowing that to happen. We are so grateful, allowing this healing to go on for as long as need be. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you feel like there is still some anger towards him?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It is worth really sitting with that. And it, as we know, and you've gone through that program too, like the comes from being young and having unrealistic expectations. Which take a really, 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 really long time to reprogram, and is not possible when you're a child or a teenager or in your 20s, really.
Yeah.
And there's just like this steady burning in your chest that's just kind of steadily stoked. And it's, it's comfortable. It's what we're used to. But as this understanding, realization, as these new frequencies come in, that fire's going to be like redirected. And all this power you didn't even know you had is going to just expand. As you continue to give yourself permission to do what you need to do for you, and always knowing everyone has a choice. Everyone has a choice. And you are in the role of healer and guide to your parents. And you choosing yourself is demonstrating to them and role modeling for them what it's not too late for them to do for themselves.
Right.
There's some clearing happening for the energy between you and your father. We are so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Anything else coming up from this lifetime? No. There is another download coming through in the multiverse, and you were a young girl. You look like you're maybe 3, and you're outside in the grass and you're staring at a bug and you're just fascinated by it. And he's there, and he's not your father in this lifetime. I'm hearing uncle.
Okay.
And he's just smiling down at you, and he is having so much fun experiencing the world through your eyes. And this was 100% so far the best lifetime that you've had together, because one of his deepest things is pressure to be a father. Just that role stresses him out, is what's coming through.
Yeah.
And this lifetime where, he could be an uncle, he actually was able to be more of an enlightened father energy for you.
Mm-hmm.
So this feeling and these memories that you may have, maybe this particular experience that's coming through will spark some similar memories that you maybe have from your childhood, that you can be like, okay, right, I'm going to hang on to that and I'm going to focus on that, because that was like a really nice moment that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have any of those, that's okay. We've got this other one, which is just as real as anything that happened in this lifetime.
Right.
And the truth, like the deepest truth, is there's so much love between you and your parents. They love you so much, they don't even know what to do with all of their feelings. And the fact that you're so wise and so mature, I mean, it just, yeah, like they don't even really know what to do with you. They're so proud, right? Anything else there? No. Okay. There's another download coming through, not a past life. This is somewhere in the multiverse. And it looks like some European village. And I keep hearing wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay. We're going to find out what that means. And in this time space reality, you were, again, a child. You were like 8 or 9, a boy. And you had some sheep and you were tending to the flock of sheep. And your father was in this lifetime with you, but you are not related. He actually came and, is this true and accurate information, stole one of your sheep. And he didn't come at you mean, right? He wolf in sheep's clothing. He was like very nice. He was asking you questions. He got you comfortable. And then you felt, he was like, oh, I'll watch him for a little bit. You can take a nap. And then he like made off with 1 or 2 of your sheep. And you were so angry, of course. And you felt so betrayed, of course. And you were so ashamed, like this little child with these big, big, big emotions that you didn't even understand. You were so upset, of course. And it was a divinely orchestrated moment, opportunity of teaching for you both, right?
Mm-hmm.
And neither one of you in that lifetime were able to understand the realizations or heal in the ways that you had the opportunity to. which we are now able to do in this experience, in that we can, whatever shame may be remaining from this lifetime, or which I'm sure there were experiences growing up where you felt duped and disappointed, right? And like, oh, I believed it was going to be different again, or I believed it was going to be this again, and then getting mad at yourself, right? And with this healing, it's just bringing in so much more grace and self-compassion, that is setting you both free, because he does feel on some level everything you feel towards him.
Yeah.
Because we're all connected, right? And so there is a blessing coming through for this man who has been through trauma, right? Has taken the big steps of getting sober and staying sober, who probably shouldn't have had kids, you know? And yeah, there is just so much understanding that's coming through. Like, I'm just seeing you go, I just surrender to it, which doesn't mean I need to be available to you or we're ever going to be really close.
Right.
It's just allowing it to be what it is and allowing him to be who he is.
Yeah.
And also tuning in for yourself. What does an enlightened father feel like, look like, act like? What is the divine paternal energy, and how can I give it to myself?
Right.
And of course, and everything that's connected to that divine masculine energy, right? Taking action, confidence, will, right? Humor, career, money stuff. It's all tied up here. So I'm feeling this like knot in the solar plexus that we're just like sending some Reiki to, sending some healing to. Your angels are like surrounding around you, and it looks like they're like sucking out some of these knots out of the solar plexus to allow this energy to flow more freely. Allowing this to go on for as long as need be. Really good, really good, really good. Okay. Okay. Something, they're getting real chatty right now. Okay, we just asked that the messages come through in the order that our little human brains can process them. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. There's another download coming through. A lot with animals and nature in these series of lifetimes we've seen. So in this lifetime, this is on Earth. 1, 2. So I'm hearing the 200s here. And I'm hearing Southern Europe again. And you were a young boy, 14. You have red hair and freckles very clearly. And you are carrying a chicken. You are trying to sell the chicken because your family needs money, and your father is your father in this lifetime and has not been the provider that your family needed. And I'm seeing issues with drinking in this lifetime that was where your family's money had been lost. gone towards. So you are out just like, and I'm seeing people passing you on the street and you're just like, do you want to buy my chicken? Do you want to buy my chicken? Like you're just trying to sell this chicken. And so again, we see there's heavy responsibility on you, too much responsibility on you. That weight, you should not have carried it. Just like growing up, you should not have carried the weight that you did. It was not fair. But here you are, luminous, walking the light path, taking your trauma and turning it into service, not allowing society any longer to dictate what makes you happy or how you should live your life. Despite all of that, you have found an incredible life partner who loves you so deeply throughout all the dimensions. You're going to take vows to each other. And however you choose to be a parent in this lifetime, whether it's to children or your clients or nature or nieces and nephews or whoever it is, you're going to be phenomenal. You already are phenomenal.
Oh, thank you, Faith.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get to wake up every day and remind yourself how radiant you are.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. And you are acclimating your nervous system to hold that. Be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
That's going to be your new norm. Walking around, I'm source energy. I'm the universe. I'm an earth angel. Woohoo. Yeah. Confidence. All solar plexus stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And continue to focus on the results that happen with your clients.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so clear for me when I'm working with them. It's so, and you probably can relate to this too. And I sometimes I wish the clarity and understanding and the compassion I can give them for themselves, I could give a little bit more to myself. And I am learning and I'm working on that a lot actually, but it's just comes so naturally for me to be of service to others, rather than myself. But yeah, so it's a very important reminder, and that's what's helped me too, to kind of keep me going to work on myself, is helping other people and seeing the value that they get and what they're able to do for their lives through working together, that I can work on myself more. I needed to kind of do it reverse than maybe other people do it, but that's how it's helped me. And I feel like I'm healing when I'm working with them.
You absolutely are, because you are in flow with your calling, with what you were designed to do.
Yeah.
Which is to be of service to others in order to be of service to yourself, while also learning that the needs of others are not more important than the needs of yourself. And actually, the needs of yourself are prioritized. So then you can be of greater service.
Yes.
And as your business continues on and grows, as it has been, it's going to become even more clear the things you require the time, the rest, the structures, the freedom you require to do the work that source wants you to do.
Yeah.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be easier and easier to believe I'm going to book, like I'm going to book this vacation because my soul needs it. And so the money's going to come, or it's going to work out, or I'm going to buy this dress because when I wear this dress, I feel amazing. I feel so good in this dress. I'm going to buy it. Spirit wants it for me. And then what happens is you get 2 clients like that day, right? It's going
Right.
to start happening more and more and more and more and more. It is. It is. Okay. So there's something that wants to come through around money. And they're saying just there are these abundance codes within your DNA that are being unlocked. And sometimes specific DNA strands come through in my sessions. I don't know anything about it. I think sixth one. We're doing some activation there for you. We are so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Anything else around money? No. Anything else around the masculine energy? Yes. There's another archetype that's coming through, an archetype that's aligned with some masculine energy, or maybe just is for you. No, 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 yes. It's the warrior archetype. And they're really encouraging you to think of yourself as a warrior. And you can't be a warrior without a battlefield, without conflict.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. And so every time you're up against something that is demanding that you step into your inner warrior, it's always, 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 always an opportunity to level up.
Okay.
And to prove that you are willing to walk this path of the light worker, to be the brightest, biggest person in the room, to accept how beloved you are, to choose to believe that everything's always working out for you, and that you can do anything. And it doesn't have to be as hard as you think it's going to be. Just because it's been really hard up till now doesn't mean it's going to continue to be really hard. In fact, the next couple of years are going to be massive for you, with real, like big astrological shifts are coming for you. And you're really going to feel some new, easy frequencies and opportunities and collaborations come in.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah. Yeah. You're preparing for it now. This is what you're preparing for it now.
Yeah. No, I mean, even in the past year, I felt huge shifts. And, that's about the time we started working together. I could, speak so much about how amazing and transformative it's been working with you. It's probably, if not the single best decision I've ever made in my life, it's got to be like top 2. I mean, in terms of like really just the voice of an angel, like guiding me on my path. I mean, it really, it leaves me speechless. I really can't, I don't think I can say, I think words wouldn't do it justice, of this experience and the transformation I've been able to undergo because of your help. I don't think that I have, I can describe it in any other way than just extremely transformative. It's a gift, and I will speak it to the rooftops to whoever needs to hear it, because it's so true.
I will choose to graciously receive your kind words.
As
And it
you should.
is always a joy to see you and to watch the transformation before my very eyes. Of every time I see you, you're lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. Like one day I'm going to see you and I'll be like, Lexee, where are you? I can't see you. You're vibrating at such a high frequency. You're invisible. Um, but it's just really a joy to know you and to co-create with you and to watch you just claim your life.
That's it.
Claim your life.
That's exactly it. I think if you could dilute it into a phrase, like that's exactly it. Claim my life. And that's what I wasn't doing before.
Yeah.
It was much more passive. It was a
Yeah.
lot of other things, but it definitely wasn't claiming my life.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only up from here. Yeah. 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 You're so gifted.
Mm.
Your time has come.
Mm. I feel that too. I do feel that. And I feel the changes taking place, for myself and in my sessions, and it's exciting and it's all the things, but I'm more willing to go on the journey with it and less pump the brakes with it. So
Good. Good. Good.
mhm.
It feels like in the fall, you're really going to be like, whoa, all these things are just happening all of a sudden. Like a lot is going to happen at once, is what it feels like.
Mhm.
So, you're getting through you're going to have your wedding, you're going to have your amazing time, your ceremony with your partner. And then as you settle in, things, it's going to just make both of you stronger too. And both of you more positive and loving in general. It's really sacred, the relationship that you have. And it is, it's like, I just feel it so deeply, what's coming for you. It's awesome.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And you can say, I'm so excited that it's getting easier for me to believe that, because it's
Yeah.
getting easier for me to believe that I'm in control and I'm running the show.
Yeah.
And I see that it's hard for me to believe that right now. And I'm just witnessing that. Right. But I know that that's changing because I'm doing the work.
Yeah. And I have seen changes, and it's not just this kind of, telling myself that and trying to believe it, but I have
Yeah.
seen changes in myself and my life, and that gives me more fuel to believe more, to have
Yeah.
more faith, right? To, kind of allow more to come in.
Yeah.
So it's just the next level too
Yeah.
of shedding and allowing.
Yeah.
And sometimes some levels are harder than others, but
Yeah, absolutely. Don't I know it? Yeah. You're doing awesome. When's the wedding? It's in June, right?
It's mid-June, June 16th.
June 16th. Have an amazing time.
Thank
You're going
you.
to Italy, right?
Yes, yes, going to Italy, going to Italy. We're very excited. There's still some stuff to take care of, but we're very excited.
Good. Live it up. You might not come back. You might not come back. But
I
so amazing to see you. Thank you for this beautiful, inspiring co-creation. Thank you for being a reflection of me.
Thank you.
And I'll see you again soon.
See you soon. Always, always, always an immense pleasure. I can't thank you enough.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye for now.